Deirdre Bosa has more on this and what it means to investors and what it means about the race in these two countries, Deirdre.
Yes, it kind of comes down to CapEx and a number of things. I'll get into that. But as you said, the market just gave us a perfect example of the split on the U.S. side. Brokerages, they're selling off after a startup called Altruist launched an AI-powered tax planning tool. Again, this is not going to replace Schwab anytime soon, but it is a real product doing in minutes what advisors charge thousands of dollars for. And that is all the market needs right now to reprice an entire sector. Over the last few weeks, we've seen it happen in gaming, legal services. The software sector as a whole is getting decimated because every AI breakthrough here is being seen as a threat. So here's the paradox. In China, breakthroughs are being priced exactly the opposite, as an opportunity. A new image and video model from ByteDance just a few days ago, it actually fueled a rally in media and gaming stocks. A similar announcement from Google a week earlier led to a sell-off in gaming names here. Now, part of the reason why this may be is a huge delta in spending. American big tech is on track to spend well over $500 billion on the AI build-out this year, while China's top public tech companies, they're on track to spend just a fraction of that, $70 billion. And yet, they are still shipping competitive models and they're going global. So the market, Kelly, is asking a very simple question here. What if you don't need to spend that much? And we may be about to find out what happens because at least 5 major model releases from Chinese labs are expected before Lunar New Year, which is just a week away, February 17th. Everyone over in China is trying to have its own DeepSeek moment. And they're getting closer. They're catching up with their frontier models that our AI giants are building.
These new models that we hear about, do we know, I mean, I apologize if you said I missed it, are they using NVIDIA chips? Are they definitely not? Are they using Huawei chips? Because it feels like NVIDIA can only be deep-seeked if they're building models using kind of cheaper technology that is proprietary or that they don't need to, you know, kind of pay up for NVIDIA for. I could see that collapsing once again, the AI trade. It seems like it's been more resilient to that lately.
We did a whole piece on this, a deep dive on YouTube. It's called our Tech Check Take on the Chinese hardware sort of playbook, and they're copying that DeepSeek playbook. So yes, everyone wants to use NVIDIA chips, even if they're older generations. But there was this model called GLM, Kelly, that they say was built entirely on Huawei chips. So it's not there yet, but they're getting closer and closer. So my guess is it's probably a mix. Yes, you need American advanced chips, but the Chinese government is putting everything behind their chip ambitions to try and catch up. So it's happening on the hardware front, it's happening on the model front, and Chinese New Year is like, it's like the CES of China for AI. Everyone wants to put out their new tech.
I had no idea, but I guess you can use it, you know, have some time to experiment with it and play around with it and talk to each other about it, kind of like Bitcoin, the network effects years ago. Anyway, going back to what's happening with Schwab, Deirdre, tell us more about this new AI model that, I mean, yesterday it was like the insurance names. Before that, it was the legal space. Today, why is it on the brokers?
Because, again, like I said, this startup called Altruist, right? It created sort of this tool that, you know, can automate what people pay thousands of dollars to financial advisors to do. And yes, there's a reason people like interacting with people, especially when it comes to financial services. But again, the point isn't that this startup is going to displace Schwab. It's that it shows that these tools are becoming easier to use. They're becoming easier for non-technical people to use. And that is just a threat. We don't know what the second and third order effects of that are, which is what you saw at software at large. Remember, we vibe coded our own Monday.com. It wasn't any good, but it showed that it's possible. And someone who's not me, who knows enterprise software super well and has been building it for years, could plausibly come out, same in financial services, and create a tool that's cheaper. There's a huge debate over this, by the way.
Of course.
So we're not, it's obviously.
I think